Una mano llena de minutos.
Hello! So, YouTube user Slylink690, hey Steven, tagged me in the Narimon YouTube survey 2012. For those of you who don't know, Narimon is a big YouTube fella from Britain who every year likes to do a survey. He just has the questions and then people answer them, and then after they've done answering those questions, they tag other people so they answer them. True story. Okay. Question 1. Why are you called that? Well, okay, my actual name, my full name is Oliver Thomas Coles Brackenbury. I even have a badass ring with my initials on it. Hurrah! Brackenbury is my dad's name. Last name, Coles is my mom's last name. Oliver because they felt like calling me that. And Thomas because they thought maybe they'd also like to call me Thomas instead of Oliver, or maybe as well as Oliver. So just to be safe, they jammed both of the first names in there. It's a little Anglo. I might be white. Just for those of you who are deaf and enjoy my show, I might be white. Tell us about your favorite school teacher. Well, in high school, it was my science teacher, Mr. DeBrise. He was a great homeroom guy, you know, sort of fun to talk to, always had something interesting to say, like a lot of science teachers, I guess. And I always remember him because he would always be drinking like huge 2-liter bottles of water. And in grade 9, me and all my classmates were like, "Why are you always drinking all the water, Mr. DeBrise?" And his answer to that, to our inarticulate cry, was simply that it would mean like it would help keep his prostate happy and healthy, so that when he was older he would not have to have quite as many inspections of his behind by the doctor. Me and all the other guys were like, "Whoa, what? Less fingers in our butts? Okay, sure, yeah, okay, we're gonna drink all the water too." And it's only like years later that it occurred to me, like, yeah, that's okay. I guess a good reason if you don't like, you know, a doctor putting his finger in your butt. It's also a good reason because it lowers your chance of getting prostate cancer. What's the strangest food you've ever eaten? Okay, I'm like a recovering picky-holic, so like if you'd asked me this 10 years ago, it'd be like a cracker with peanut butter on it. But nowadays, I can actually say the strangest thing I've ever eaten was lamb tongue served with some rice and like golden raisins. It was actually really tasty, but it was kind of weird, even though like I've eaten the muscles and various other parts of animals, to eat something that I looked at it, it's a tongue, I know that I'm eating a tongue. Yeah, just a little strange, especially because I was using my tongue to taste the lamb's tongue while I ate the tongue. Nobody needed to see that. Nobody needed to see that. Tell us about your first gig. Yeah, you can tell that like Narimon slash Alex Day, his real name, is a musician, because like, yeah, that's a good question if you're a musician. I'm not a musician, so the closest thing I can think of to my first gig, I guess, like a performance in front of an audience, was actually, I think I was maybe 5 or 6 years old, and I competed in a school-wide storytelling competition, and I won. I got right up in there in the gym and told my, you know, story. I was reading somebody else's story, of course, but like I had to memorize it. And I can never remember what it was, but it was a really cool children's story about this kid who like finds a golden button inside the closet of his house, which turns the closet into like an elevator that goes into the sky, and he like has fun with giants or something. Yeah, if anybody knows what the hell I'm talking about, like please tell me the name of that story, because I'd love to find it again, especially because when I won the competition, I won the very first Canadian dollar coin, aka the loonie, that I ever saw, which was a pretty cool way to get that. What is your favorite place in the world? Well, it's kind of a tie between two places that are actually really close to each other and in turn are really close to the house where I grew up in. One of them is, you know, a lake just called Hidden Lake, basically, and it's a lake in the woods where I first saw it when I was a little kid as a part of a kindergarten class, checking out the beaver dam and stuff near it, and then when I got older, frankly, it's where I made a lot of my best, fun, bad decisions for the first time. Smooches, alcohol, other things. The other thing, though, that's nearby that's kind of a tie is something called the Diefenbunker. You can check this out online. Who would you like to answer the survey next? Well, my answer to this is Spiff It. I know you haven't made a video in 3 years. Do it. Loracai and Sofia. So that would be rad. And that's my answers to the 2012 YouTube survey. More videos soon. And also, hopefully I'll get my lens fixed soon so that I don't have to use this one and I can actually film myself in focus, not, you know, crammed right up to the camera. Not that I think my face is ugly, or you don't think, you don't... Oh, and hey, while we're in this end screen thingy, remember how I said I wouldn't mention the Sweet Fever fundraiser ever again unless we made our minimum funding goal? We did! We're actually a little over it, which is great, but we still need like every penny we can get our hands on, so yeah, if you want to come donate, that'd be awesome. Like, as of my uploading this, there's like 35 hours left in the fundraiser. It'll be over soon. You can just click on this thing, click where it makes sense, and you'll be taken to the fundraiser. There's seriously lots of cool things you can get for donating at any and every level. And as a final countdown mega new wicked perk, I will write, if you donate at the right, a certain level, I will write a 5-page fan fiction script starring you and anything else you want. It can be Sweet Fever characters, it can be Star Trek characters, it can be that Sequest Cheers crossover you've always wanted, it can be Digimon and your mother, anything at all. 5 pages, story starring you, probably pretty goofy and funny. So yeah, go check out the fundraiser, and to everybody who's donated and helped spread the good word, thank you so much. This means that we'll be filming the finale of Sweet Fever with pillow fighting and all sorts of other great stuff that we haven't been able to do so far. Hopefully at the end of January, beginning of February-ish, and then we'll upload as soon as possible right after. Woohoo!